All right. Yeah, whenever I mess up, that's how that ends up in the video. Welcome to paraglidingtalk.com. I'm your host, Robert Michaels. Glad that you are here. I'm going to turn this down here. There's all kinds of great stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. Hey, look at that. What do you know? It always freaks me out when I get a bunch of noise in my ears from all the videos starting. Welcome. Glad that you're here. If you're just tuning in for the first time to paraglidingtalk.com, welcome. Glad you are here. Hit that subscribe button so that you can know that we're going to go live every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. The website is paraglidingtalk.com. Each week we talk about paragliding and we talk about paramotoring and all things flying, really, but mainly so that we can become better pilots. And so if you want to be a better pilot, this is the place to go. This show is brought to you by ppgzone.com. Josh Perry has a great organization of it's a social media platform for paragliding and mostly paramotor people, but it is amazing. You should go check it out. They've also recently they created a gear for sale section, so it's like a yard sale section. Go on there, make an account. Make sure you say hello. I have an account, and make sure that you say what's up so that I can follow you on there as well. ppgzone.com is the website. Also, this show is brought to you by Midwest Parajet. MidwestParajet.com is the website. Reach out to them if you want to get involved in flying paramotors. Oh, it's amazing. Also, the show is brought to you by PPG Smoke. Ryan Roberts he's been doing a giveaway. He's going to be giving away a motor. Actually, he's probably going to give away 2 motors from what it looks like, and he's going to do that on this show. The way that you get your name in the hat to be able to win is by going to his website, which is ppgsmoke.com, and you purchase the Unity headset. And it's not cheap. It's like 400 and something bucks, but it's amazing. And if you're a vlogger too, get ready. Once these things start coming out, they should be released here in the next who knows when. But soon, because everything is finally done. Yeah, you're gonna want to get on that list. So, anyways, pre-orders, get their name in the hat. You can win a paramotor, one of 2, and made by Simonini. No frame or harness or anything, like just the motor, but nevertheless, that'd be pretty cool to have that. Also, this show is brought to you by paramotorprops.com. If you blow up a prop and you want to get a new one quick for a good deal, paramotorprops.com is the website. Absolutely amazing deals. Also, paraorangeproducts.com. Go to their website. Larry and Chris, they've made all kinds of great things to protect your gear, including prop covers, weatherproof motor covers. He's got some great wind socks and poles for your streamers. And you can check out either website, paraorange.com or paraorangeproducts.com. Oh, yeah. Real good. You're joined tonight. Moderation, Anthony Peregringo's with us. Nick Fasekis. Sean Nafsker's with us. Also, Brad, a.k.a. Paint Bing, is in the chat tonight, or he's live on the show. Normally he's in the chat. David Hunt is with us, and we're expecting a few more. If you saw the title, it's Local Chaos, and for paragliding. So I do want to ask you, if you're here, and you're in the chat and you have questions about paragliding, fire those things off. We are going to take those questions to the people because it's local chaos. I took that picture off the internet, and that is a competition, so you can see how crazy it is when they're flying in competitions. Lately, I felt like Blossom has been like that this last season. There's been a few days where there's like 20 people in there, and it's so fun. Some people don't like it. Some people are not interested in flying in gaggles, but I love it. I think it's great fun. And I want to talk a little bit about, by the way, if you don't know he's been a pilot now for probably about 5 years. Okay.
5 years.
He flies a D-wing. It is a Mantra 7, very nice wing made by Ozone, tried and tested. It's a kind of a crossover. Like this is going to be his next wing will be a Xeno, probably. And David and I fly A wings because we're scared. No, I'm just kidding. David Hunt is, and if you've watched the show for any length of time, you've seen David Hunt has been on the show, and he is a fixed wing pilot, and he also flies paragliders. Recently, just told me that he got into paragliding because he was going to actually get into paramotoring and got stuck in free flight. So who knows? Maybe we can convert him over to the motor world. I think it'd be easy since he's already a pilot.
That's the way that I've heard you're supposed to get involved in it anyways, isn't it?
That Dave
I guess there's no supposed to.
Yeah.
Mr. Boyer.
There's Tony Boyer.
Oh my God.
Tony, it's time to log in.
I get the pleasure of David Hunt even from my own backyard.
That's right. And somebody needs to text Amber. I don't know where she's at. This is dang harassment. So anyways, if you've got questions, you want to fire those things off in the chat. Amazing. David, what is it that you're flying these days, by the way? Didn't you just get a new wing?
Yeah, pretty recently. I'm on a Delta 4 now. So
yeah. Delta 4.
Which I like a lot.
Yes.
It was a bigger jump for me going from the B to the C than the A to the B was, though, which surprised me.
I do want to share with everyone that David and I did a SIV clinic together. It was really fun. Tandem SIVs, they're just amazing. And David is a really good pilot. No, we both ended up at the same SIV, and it was super cool. It was actually one of those, I would say, life-changing moments.
Whatever.
That's how good of a time I had with that. And I've mentioned this in shows past. I wasn't really fascinated with SIVs. I was actually a little bit hesitant to get involved. And I thought, why would you do that? And why would you waste that time? And I gave this crappy analogy, and I said, we don't drive around in cars crashing them so that we can see what it feels like. And try to justify getting out of it because I don't know. Part of me didn't want to spend the money. The other part of me just said that I was afraid. Who knows what?
Well, the idea is you don't crash at an SIV, although that sometimes isn't.
Oh, too soon.
No, there's just fancy falling.
Yeah,
fancy falling. Yeah. So Brad was also at that SIV, and actually, Brad. He sent it so hard that he broke lines. You can believe that. Seriously, how radical do you have to be with your maneuvers to break lines?
Oh, it's really easy. You just have an old GoPro mount on your helmet that you allow the lines to get wrapped around, and then it just breaks them. But better the GoPro mount than like your neck or something. Did he send the Zoom meeting email, or sent me the meeting
I texted it to you.
I know I got the meeting code, but I don't have the right there.
Come on, Tony Boyer, come on.
Pull it together. It's all Tony Boyer does all day.
Mr. freaking paramotor needs freaking horsepower to get to 11,000 feet in 54 minutes. That wasn't that wicked of a burn. Don't act like I burned him that hard. Because I don't want him to come back with something incredibly vicious. I'm not ready for that. I can't handle it.
Paragringo, he didn't know what he was getting into when he showed up over at Blossom.
Did he just get off his bicycle?
Yeah.
Because often when I get off a bicycle seat, I get angry like that too.
Amber is with us.
Oh my God, Amber!
Welcome. She had to work, folks. Give her a pass. She was working until the last minute. You were not working, Tony Boyer. You were riding your mountain bike.
I was working before that and hard. Okay.
Hello, Amber.
Hi. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, we're used to it. I think you were late the last time you were on too.
Yeah.
Downloaded the Zoom app.
It's fine.
Go to Zoom.com.
We're not really official. This is kind of just like internet nonsense.
This is like the banter thread.
No, this is the banter thread online.
Of the banter thread.
Perfect.
Robert promised me some Dogecoin if I came on a show.
What? I'm not giving you any of my
that's
Dogecoin.
true.
That stuff away.
You promised me that a long time ago.
I'll give you
Before it got
American cash. That's pretty much worthless. Inflation. So, anyways, tonight I want to fire off the first question, and mainly this is directed towards Brad because he's been around more than most of us, except for Tony Boyer. Tony, you guys know Tony Boyer's been flying hang gliders and paragliders since I was in diapers. That's how old
Tony.
he is.
That would mean that I've been flying gliders since I was 6 months old, Robert Terto. Don't you try to age me, pal.
So he is super old. And anyways,
You better chill.
he has so much experience between hang gliding and so my question is where do you think the local paragliding scene is heading? Because I've been noticing a lot more people. So I'll just open that up. And this kind of rhetorical
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
I think I got an answer for it.
Tony's got a good answer, apparently.
Oh, look, I'm about to be on.
He's almost on.
Who's feeding back like that?
I think it's Tony.
Or
I
Jeremy.
think Dave Hunt is going to take it to a dark place.
So anyways, tonight,
And
I want to fire off the first question. And mainly
Jeremy, that's you.
Oh, it's Jeremy. I got him.
OTB Airwave guy.
There we go.
That's who it
Me and
was.
Robert.
OTB Airwear. Oh, it said Karina. I wasn't going to let her
Airwave.
in, but it's you. Okay.
Oh, it said Karina? Damn it.
Yeah, it says
You have
Karina.
to change your name. It took me 20 minutes.
Good Lord.
I'll change it.
Oh,
Apologize for the dumpster fire,
Mute.
which is our show this evening.
Gonna break the internet, Robert. Remember the last time?
Yeah, think people are starting to log in. Welcome. If you're just joining tonight, by the way, OTB Airwear is with us, and he's also known as Jeremy. Likes this.
I muted it.
Yeah, and he is a local pilot, actually, right down the street that created some awesome stuff for us. Yeah.
Holy crap, I look old. I'm going to shut the video off. I don't like that.
You're gonna have to
Because you are
probably
old,
get
Tony.
away from Brad.
Yeah.
Tony Boyer.
Feedback loop.
The feedback is brutal. Change the name.
Whistling. Whistling really loud.
Control right when Tony signed in.
Oh, I know. I knew it was gonna happen, but it's fine.
Is his name Karina?
Yeah, I'm gonna rename him right now. Hold on.
He does kind of look like a Karina a little bit. I mean, he can pull it off.
More like a Karen.
Yeah. Yeah, he can pull Karen off too. I mean, you know.
Karen Blair, I like it.
So
And
yeah,
much love for Tony, man. He's all right.
here's my thoughts on the future, and I don't want to get dismal and weird, but I feel like there's waves of people coming into the sport, and then we have a couple really crappy weather days, and then we scare out, like, I'll say 5%, and then they don't come back. And I realized that there is a bunch of people now that I started flying with, and I was like, oh yeah, what happened to that guy? What happened to that guy? You know, and you see people coming in, but then they disappear. Who's feeding back like that?
Too bizzle.
We've been doing Zoom now for a year
Yeah.
because of COVID. Everyone has been using it. You guys still can't figure it out.
It says a lot about the San Diego community.
My word.
It's only because we're next to each other.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Tony should go inside and put his headphones on or something.
Terto, don't worry about it.
I can still hear you feeding back. Oh. It's so cold-blooded of him to make Paint Bing sit
All right,
in the
are we
sun,
okay by now? For God's sake, man.
baking in the sun, both of you guys. Sunny Southern California. I heard it's
Rubbing it
raining
in.
in most of the country right now, by the way.
It's raining in Ohio.
Yeah.
You guys are soaking up the sun. Rub it in. Rub it in.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So check this out. Anthony Vella just asked a question. We're just going to go right into the chat since you guys have no opinions on the future of the paragliding. Anthony Vella's question. He said, how common is it to get blown over the back while attempting to launch? I'm petrified. That is such a valid fear.
Makes two of us, buddy.
Paint Bing.
Not common if you know what you're doing. If
Okay,
you
very
know
good.
what your skill level is, then you shouldn't be even launching into a high wind.
Do any of
I've
us
been-
really know what we're doing, though?
I've been dragged across launch many of times.
Oh, I think we all have.
It's a great pastime.
It's not surprising.
Yeah. I've got some great
Inside.
videos of that from back in the day. A whole bunch more people just logged on to watch this show.
I've
Thank
seen
you
a
guys.
number of people get dragged on launch, but I haven't seen anybody actually get dragged or launch and then get basically pinned or pushed over the back where they've had to turn and run. But I haven't been around that long. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's-
that's more common. Is you'll get plucked or have like the wing overshoot and then frontal, and when it's like recovering and you're lying on your back, then it'll reinflate and you get drug a bit. But if you're in the air, you're not gonna be like blown over the back like we see in those videos from Russia.
Gosh, that one video where he is just getting pulled back over the buildings and stuff. Terrifying. Yeah.
Hey, I saw it happen at Torrey once.
Really?
4 or 5 guys. Yeah, like this is years ago, and when I was hang gliding, and I was pretty much the only hang glider. There's like 4 or 5 paragliders left in the air, and they all started just going backwards, and they all went over like towards La Jolla, tried to land on the beach, and they all got blown back in La Jolla.
No kidding. On hang gliders?
No, they were on paragliders. I was the only
Oh.
hangy, so I laughed my ass off. I was cracking up, and then nobody got hurt or anything, which was fantastic. But I just remember giggling really hard and thanking my lucky stars that I wasn't on one of those things,
That it wasn't you.
and it wasn't me.
And
You know what, I
back
think
in
I
the
decided to get back into hang gliding right now.
that was you're not getting back into hang gliding.
Totally doing it. It's over.
These guys were probably flying some pretty mediocre wings at that point when you were flying hang gliders
Yeah, they've definitely come a long way.
in the 80s.
The 80s. You better chill.
Hey, the 80s were good times. They had good music. I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. And Robert knows
I
it too.
remember. I remember
Robert's as
that
old
stuff.
as we are.
I mean, I might have been old enough to lift up like a 5-pound weight over my head, and that took every ounce of effort that I had. But I remember Eye of the Tiger was on the radio. Okay, that was in
Robert
the 80s.
remembers too. Let's not
Yeah.
forget. He remembers
Yeah.
because he's old as all the rest of us. Aren't you, Robert?
No, I'm not.
You look at him.
No, he's not.
Hey, why does Tony look like a skinny Arnold Schwarzenegger right now? Seriously.
Yeah, he does kind of resemble Arnold.
What's that,
Who's
Karina?
riding his bicycle?
So
That's gliding down the hill on his bike.
Yeah, that's the stuff right there.
I would
got
say-
done with a wee bit of that. It was amazing.
one of the most important things that you can do, and I know where Anthony Vell is coming from because he does want to free fly, and this is how I know. He just dropped a video recently that he landed on the top of the mountain and then relaunched with a motor, and so it's early in the morning, but there was still some stuff coming off the mountain early in the morning. So yeah, most launches aren't like that. Anthony, most of them are pretty tried and tested. And I'll say this, if somebody gets blown over the back, you just don't launch. You just watch them get blown over the back and then you just don't launch. And so a lot of us will show up to launch and just wait till some wind dummy goes experimental for us.
I call that para watching.
Para watching.
I like that.
We call them wind dummies. A lot of times we send off amber.
Ham
Yeah.
bone.
Sounds about right.
Amber will launch into a tornado.
We'll be
That's not true.
She fears nothing.
something that you can use is a common phrase at Blossom is looks good. You go first.
You see that bird?
Yeah, you just see that bird. Go
Birds
after
going
it. Yeah.
up. Birds going up.
Birds going up. And by the way, all these people, except for except for Sean, fly at Blossom. Sorry, Sean.
It's okay.
But one day you will get there.
Wait,
I would like to get there. Maybe my 2-year anniversary, I can come out there and be a part of that fun free flight stuff. Because I got the harness, I've got the wings. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Wait, you consider my flight? Mine was actually a flight?
It qualified, yeah. I mean, even though you almost
Where's my shirt?
You don't get a shirt.
Yeah, it's over there.
Somebody said I only get blah because I didn't go to the cap.
Stanley, get back here.
When I go to the cap.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
I think it's like horse. You get a letter each time you go. You see? So first it's a B, and then the next time it'll be an L, so on and so forth. And then you get the bird at the end of congratulations, you have came this many times out here to fly.
By the way, Jeremy, do you have one of those stickers on deck? The OTB stickers?
I can grab one.
You have to just show everyone one of those stickers.
Give me 2 seconds.
I'm not people send me a lot of stickers and I've got a bunch of them now and I've just been sticking them on the fridge. But Jeremy gave me one that I actually put on the Jeep. I don't have any other stickers except for American flag.
You gonna fight him? You gonna fight this?
It says OTB and then it has Blossom's coordinates. Oh, it's an amazing sticker.
On the computer.
OTB Airwear. Look at his green screen's not doing what it's supposed to do. So awesome. Rookie.
Partly screening.
David, your green screen's amazing. That is almost
highly tuned.
Yeah, that thing's amazing.
Color corrected.
Yeah, it looks perfect. I used to do the backgrounds, but then I just stopped caring.
I'll probably get arrested if I show mine. So
caring.
Yeah. Yeah. So
is that a stock photo, David?
Yeah, it's a stock photo.
Isn't Harold in there somewhere?
It's just a picture of his kitchen that he puts in the background. Oh, there you go.
No, it's not
Put
going to
your
work.
hand behind it, Jared.
There you
go. Even that blurred out. Look at that.
You're on video.
Okay, OTB. There it is.
Just hold it in front of your chest, and
It
then
stands
you'll be
for
able
over
to see
the
it
back.
too. Yeah.
Say something.
By the way, we had
I thought it was
we
out
had
of the blue.
Isaac. Isaac was on the show, and he shared that story. Remember when he got too far back?
He's a
Karina's
good example,
trolling him.
but I think we all understand what happens that day.
Yeah, so we did talk about it a little bit. So Anthony Vella's fears are legit. You get up over launch. Here's what his mistake was. He was watching us turn in these thermals that were, bent pretty far back, and then he just fell out of the back of it. So I should get a whiteboard and start drawing while we're doing the show. But anyways, the mountain is here and we're launching and we're going this way. And he ends up tracking these thermals back and falls out of the back. And then he can't penetrate, can't get back, ends up in like a compression zone and then just bails out and just heads for the hills. If that ever happens to you, by the way, go as far as you can because the rotor will eat you alive. And he actually got away with one because he just landed on the street in front of a bunch of people that were out there. And he's like, oh, well, hey, we're on radio. Tony Boyer is losing his mind, screaming at him.
Oh, Isaac?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious.
Yes. I'm just flying around trying to just mind my own business. And at that point, I was still kind of scared. And so I hear Tony go, oh, my gosh. What are you doing over there? Isaac, get away from there. Isaac, oh, you're way too. Oh, never mind. Just go as far as you can. Get away from the hill. He's like done.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
You remember the
really
last thing I said? Flare. Flare, Isaac.
Mhm.
And then he did, and he landed, and then he goes, well, there's something wrong with landing here?
everything that I ran across states that is exactly what you should do. If you end up in a spot where you're getting behind the hill, go as far as possible to get out of the area where there's rotor and venturi, and then you can land. Yeah. But you have to be like, I think it's 3 to 10 times the distance of what the height of the hill is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's a long walk regardless, but at least to be safer than being in that. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I could hear you yelling too on the radio, like, are you crazy? What are you doing? Yeah.
So somebody once told me though, so the best situation is to not get into the situation to begin with. And somebody told me once, don't be the furthest guy back. So if you have this hill here and you have somebody here, draw a line from the top of the hill to them. There's your imaginary line, and you do not go further back below it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if you're new and you're unsure, even if you're tracking a thermal and you drift back a little bit and you're the furthest guy back now, you need to be heading back towards the face of the hill.
Well, and even if you're with higher performance wings and you're the only, say, A wing out there, you don't have as
absolutely
much you need to draw an even further line.
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm flying my Mojo low over Blossom.
It is
I'll just keep that in mind when I'm flying Blossom Pyramid, period, because I fly A-wing. So
it is a little intimidating when you are way back there and then you fall out of it and you're like, all right, I gotta head back now. And you're
what
deep.
about if your name's Anthony and you're way out in front?
Too soon?
I do want to mention Tony Boyer and Clark Kent. They were my instructors that night, by the way. So I the results with them.
No one knows what happened, Gringo. Now you just open the can on yourself.
Well, not only that, but remember since we were his instructors that night, and he wouldn't listen.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Gringo, get closer to the hill. Get closer to the hill. No, not the other way. No, you got to come in closer. No, quit going farther away. Up, he's at the hairpin.
Game over. He wishes he made the hairpin.
That's right.
Looking up, and all I can see is Robert 20 feet above me. I'm like, go away, go away.
Yeah, I remember that. You're trying to shoo him away. That was funny.
I was filming him. I was doing my job. Going
Reminds
on
me
YouTube.
of the first time I met Dave Hunt over the rock pile. I'm like, who's this guy in this advance wing that keeps flying right at me? I have to keep running away from. Oh,
safety in numbers. Safety in numbers.
David was literally flying towards you just because he was like, well, this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mimicry is the best form of flattery.
That's right.
It was awesome. One of the best introductions I've ever had to date.
By the way, you were what?
I was saying that was my introduction to going over to the cap. As I was on my A-wing and really didn't know what I was doing, but just sort of followed the crowd across and looked around trying to hang on.
Wait, who was with you that day?
I was on my own. I mean, I'm sure there were other people there, but there wasn't. I made the mistake of not pairing up with somebody and saying, "Hey, look after me." But once I got over there, Tony and a few others started saying, "Who's this idiot?" Calling out the radio and helping.
I really try to lure people over there to come to the cap because it's so amazing. And if you can be the guy that said, I took him for the first ride. I know Tony's always in competition trying to take people. I've got a bunch.
Come on.
Guys, no stinking belt
so
notches.
I want to tell you guys my first time to the cap. Sorry, Sean.
Oh, it's all right. I'm just saying.
I want to tell you guys my first experience to the cap. So I had flown at Blossom, and I was flying solo. I just moved back to the States from Japan, and I'd gotten to like 2,500 feet, and then it was a Facebook chat at the time for the club, And they're like, why didn't you go to the cap? I'm like, well, I didn't have anybody to go with. And then the next time I flew there, like, I remember it was Jeff Brown and like one other person. And we'd gotten up and I followed him over to the cap and we got to the rock pile, got to like 5,700 feet, which is,
wow,
for those that don't know, 5,700 feet at the rock pile is huge. That is solid OTB.
Yeah,
you go
over
the
the
back.
Yeah, see ya.
And we were just boating around and I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. Oh, airplanes flying below me, you know. I can see Palomar, you know.
And you didn't send it XC, Brad. Come on.
I
Must be
know,
like
right?
this every time.
And then I went and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to 5,700 feet, and a lot of people didn't believe me. And Jeff Brown's like, oh yeah, no, we got like 5,700 feet, and they're like, what's going on? And so I thought that was like the norm, you know. Oh, get to El Cap, go to rock pile, get to 5,700 feet. Oh, was I sorely disappointed.
He's been chasing that dream ever since.
I think I've been to 5,700 feet maybe 2 other times.
At Elsinore.
Hey, no, wait a minute. The one time, the first time that we tried to make that Dudley's run a couple of years ago, but it was late in the day. Remember, and then we got decked at that dairy farm or whatever that was.
Camel Dairy.
What's that?
The Camel Dairy.
The
Camel
Dairy. What are you talking about?
No. No, it was I don't know what the hell it was. It was some kind of dairy nonsense. I landed next to that
Camel Dairy.
What's that?
Was it a Camel Dairy?
Camel Dairy. You better chill.
Brad's right. There's a Camel Dairy over there.
Dude, I can't tell when Brad's messing with me.
That's real, bro.
That is at least 50% of the time, and I can't tell which 50%. So here we are. So now I don't believe him. Now he's going to pull something up on his phone and show it to us.
Yeah,
he needs to do that for credibility now, because I never believe anything he says because of that 50% thing.
So you guys need a hole puncher that looks like a little paragliding wing with a little dot for a person, and you guys could sell belts. All right. And for each person you have, go over there to the rock pile, punch right on the belt. See,
that's a good idea.
And then so that way you guys got a nice little tally. You got a little, notch on your belt for new person.
Yep.
Made it out
Speaking
there,
of
made it
notches
back.
on belts, let's spin the wheel. This show is brought to you by American Allied Drains and Plumbing. If you're in the San Diego area and you're in need of plumbing, American Allied Drains and Plumbing is your company. Mention Paragliding Talk. You will get a 10% discount on your services. Their phone number is 844-777-9055. That is legit. That's a real sponsor, folks. Also, the show is brought to you by Nebraska PPG. Josh Bowden runs a school in Nebraska. If you're interested in getting some top-notch training, and he has a really good place to train also, you can sign up with Josh and his team today. There's a link in the description if you want to get a hold of him, and I think it's just a link to his Facebook. Also, this show is brought to you by iFly Indiana Powered Paragliding. If you're interested in flying paramotors, no better place to get the proper training than iflyindiana.com. Kevin and his team will get your feet off the ground. That's iflyindiana.com. You know what we're giving away tonight, folks?
Quart of oil.
I don't either.
Dogecoin.
What's it gonna be?
Wait till you see.
Depends on where they live. It's like Australia. Oh, you're getting a sticker. Oh my gosh, it's so close to Chris Fenmore.
Yep.
Chris Fenmore. Congratulations. Winner chicken dinner.
Congratulations, Chris Fenmore.
You know what we're giving away tonight, guys? You know how I roll. I love giving away other people's stuff. Yeah. An OTB Airwear t-shirt.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Jeremy
nice.
liked this. He didn't know he was giving that away, but he is.
Yeah, I'll do it all day
Am I
long.
spinning again? Is that what's going on?
I'll take one. I'll take one of those too next time I see you at Blossom.
You need to chill.
Thanks,
you need to go
buddy.
buy one.
Will you spin
Don't
it
be
again, Robert?
cheap.
Robert, we
I'm
spinning
gonna
again?
buy one. No.
We spinning again?
Robert,
No,
you
he's
will buy
only.
me
We're
one.
gonna have him give away one shirt.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I got it up. If you want me to spin it again, I can spin it again. I got everybody in there. It should be in there. I'm just saying
Robert,
before anybody else puts their name in.
You're virtue signaling.
you
You're
need to
trying
buy
to.
one.
You're trying to just win some friends, Sean.
Oh, absolutely not. I've got plenty of friends, but
You need to buy a T-shirt from OTB Airwear for all of your admins on the show.
I
yeah.
can make that happen.
Yeah, see,
I can make that happen.
The
Here
most
you're all hurt and
thing
upset
I've ever
about me
heard somebody say.
about me spinning the wheel, and here Tony's throwing in extra stuff, and he makes it sound so much sweeter. Keep talking, Tony.
Chris, what I need you to do is reach out to me on the website, paraglidingtalk.com/contact. Put your information, the size of your shirt, and yes. And then I'll reach out to Jeremy and he'll give me a promo code, and then I'll give that code to you. Something like that.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Now back to OTBs. Brad, were you going to show us that camel dairy?
I can't find it.
Yeah, it has to
But it
be.
exists.
Diesel, Tony, I've seen it too.
Yeah,
There
me
are
too.
At
actual
the intersection.
camels.
Okay, fine,
Yeah.
fair
Do you
enough.
know-
All right.
I
Well,
know
that's
who
where we
works
landed.
there. I know someone that works there. So do you. You know Lee, Nick Hawk's wife?
No
Yeah.
kidding.
She trains camels.
I think that guy's the most interesting man in the world.
And Lee is the most interesting woman in the world.
It's crazy. They're an interesting couple.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys can see, it says Oasis Camel Dairy.
Does
Yeah.
it really say dairy?
It
Yeah.
does.
That's legit. I wonder if camel milk is like superpower. Like
So-
if it
Like, you know how cows you like move over, you know?
Yeah.
Would that be like,
over.
camels, you know, because camels are like,
Yeah.
all the time, like,
Huh.
you know, with the lips, like,
That's a legitimate question,
you know?
actually.
Yeah.
I have some. This has very little to do with the show, but I need to buy a new harness, and I need to know what I need a good harness. I want to.
You need a light
I want-
too, a Genie Light 2.
Okay, hold on.
that is
Let me
about
write
to
this
go
down.
up for sale.
Wait, you do?
Hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
Asked and answered.
Okay.
Next question.
Very well taken care of. It hasn't
Light
piled into blossom ever. So
2. Okay,
Oh,
I
wait
can
till
make that
Rob-
happen. Okay. Okay. I seriously want to try. Did you already get a new one?
yeah. the new
Okay,
one's
yeah.
here. I'm
I want
ready.
to try it.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do swap with blossom these days.
Very well.
Or
So
not.
my thoughts are that I want to fly something that's really close to what I have now. I love my harness, and I actually thought about buying another one, and I did buy another one, but then I sold it
What are you
because it is the Woody Valley GTO X Alps, and it is amazing.
Buy and sell. Was it the one I sold you?
It was the one that you sold me, yes. And the reason I did is because someone else actually wanted to buy it before me, and I was very greedy, and I was like, no, I want it. I want it. And I bought it, and then I felt bad.
Now the guilt
And
and
I sold it to
resentment
them.
comes in. He's feeling so guilty. He's like, man, I shouldn't have did that. Oh, that poor guy. He's been sitting there just not flying. And if
I
he
had
just
a
gotten
harness.
this harness, he could have flew, but he just
I feel like
man.
that was me. I feel
Yeah.
like I was supposed to buy that from Tony.
Are you serious?
Oh no, she had it. You had your
It was
GT.
Vito.
You had
Oh, that
your,
was Isaac. I'm sorry. You sold your pod to Isaac beforehand.
Oh yeah. That thing was hilarious. That thing was as funny as Isaac.
Well, you know what? It will be fitting for me to have a girl's harness because I bought the red Alpina 4. Do you know
and-
that it looks pink?
what's wrong with
You got
that?
Not
same
that I'm
as-
flying.
Is it the same one as Wolverines, dude?
Yes. So funny story. Wolverine's flying around at Blossom, and there's people on the ground, and it completely looks pink. And I tell the guys that are on the ground, I was like, hey, did you see the hot European chick that's flying around?
Oh, that's right. I was
And-
there that day.
Yes. And so he comes in landing. You know, he has long hair too. So he comes in landing. He's got this beard, and he's just he's brutal. He's not a European chick. But I was mocking him, and I was like, yeah, you bought a pink wing, you're a dork, and all this stuff. And I was like, but it's all good. I said, I'm going to be able to keep up with you because I bought the Alpina 4. And he's like, what color? And I go, red. He goes, this is red. Stock red? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no.
You will
So-
be on a pink wing. You and Amber will be best buds on your pink wings.
That just means you support Tatas, and that's okay. You know, there's
Yeah,
nothing wrong with
Robert.
that.
I'm
Safety
going to sell it
first.
I ride a
immediately.
pink motorcycle. Hey, you
High
know,
visibility.
I do. I
I'm
don't care
thinking
what color
it
it
will
is.
sell almost immediately. if I just
You're
put it
not
up.
selling it, dude.
I'm dead serious.
Hey,
Look at that.
Hey, let me see it. I might actually pick it up off you, Robert.
See, I told you they're flying off the shelves. Linda Anderson, my mom, donated $5 to the super chat. Thank you, Mom. That was really kind of you. Yes. Yeah, I'm a little bit, so I'm nervous that the new wing is going to come and it is actually going to be pink. I'm
Just
hopeful
own it, buddy.
that
Just own it.
Yeah,
You know what it is, dude? It's because the undersurface is white, and when you're looking up at it and the sun's coming through it, of course it's going to give you that impression. But as soon as somebody starts making fun, Robert, you just throw a big fat wing over and show them the upside of that thing.
I don't even know
You
how
know,
to
I
do
don't
wing
know.
overs.
My little cloud is red, and you look up through the bottom of it, and it looks
It
red.
looks red,
It doesn't look pink.
So
I thought he was meaning the harness was going to be pink. Now that he's saying a pink wing, I'm going, yeah, that is kind of funny, Robert. I think I could see you with a pink wing. I think it'd be kind of cool.
It's pink.
I think that's awesome, dude. You'd stand out like crazy. You know, that's like a super standout color for the eye to pick up because it's an unnatural color, really. Really, really bright pink or like.
They didn't want to buy the ozone.com website. What is
totally make you stand out, man.
Flyozone.com. We're going to do some free advertising for them right now.
Have you flown it yet? For that
I have not. I asked, who was it? Oh, Ayo Mateo. I asked Ayo Mateo if I could fly it, and he said no. No, I'm flying it.
That's
Wasn't his first flight though?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
I just wish I could have witnessed that and just pointed and laughed. Mateo's hilarious.
See here.
He'll come unglued, so be careful.
Wolverine just got one too.
Dude, do you know that M7 is considered a competition wing?
Oh, yeah, it's not, is it really?
Dude, hold on. Let's go. We're going to the facts right now. Look at this.
Now, if you want to get your butt kicked, then you get on the M7 for competition because you're going to be flying against Enzos and other two-line wings that are going to
underneath competition mantra M7.
But it's at the bottom of the stack.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
look at
it's right in the mix. You guys are flying D wings, competition D wings.
Well, there's been a couple competition unrated wing like that Enzo 3 that you've had your eye on, Robert.
That's magical. And if you guys would just leave me alone, I would buy one.
Yeah, you and Nick Hawks could get a group deal.
My wife just stuck her nose through the door and said, "You're not buying nothing."
Hey, do you want the wing that goes up to 105?
I would
Is that
try
what
it.
you'd be looking for?
Yeah, because Brad might have one for sale.
Wait, what? What's going on with your M7? You just got too many hours on it.
No, it's too small. I got fat.
Oh, dang, COVID got you.
I need to size up.
He just wants a Zeolite, dude.
The Alpina 4 is
I can't even get the
class.
Zeolite. I'm out of the weight range on those.
Hey, wait a minute. What's the difference between the Zeolite and the Zeolite GT?
Fabric,
GT.
Alpina,
GT.
Delta 4.
So you mean there's a Zeolite that's not actually a light wing? I thought the Zeolite. Okay.
Okay, so here's what I feel like. This is what happened. I think Ozone was like, what can we do to really spice up the colors? And it was right around Easter when they made their decision. Do all these colors not scream out Easter egg hunt?
I like the white one. I think it's pretty awesome looking.
That wing would be brown after one trip to Blossom.
Jordan Scone. He
But I live
donated
in Ohio.
$5 to the super chat and said new wing fund. Gosh, I make friends every day. Jordan, you're my friend. My wife stuck her head in there and said, "No, you're not." And Jordan said, "Yes, you are."
Jordan, I'll send you my Venmo code later.
Yeah.
So you
anyways,
got a red one?
I chose the red one, and it looks red to me, but in person, it is pink.
Oh, you know what I bet it is?
we'll
I bet you
see.
the purple, the color purple makes it look like it's pink.
Yeah.
The contrasting colors makes it look pink maybe.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Because the red and the purple would make pink, you know, like maybe it's like bleeding through the white and making it.
Cater, no,
that's
man.
kind of cute, Robert. That's
you said you're not going to get a Dominator? Question mark. Oh, that's awesome. Well played, my friend. Well played. Well, I think that the Alpina 4 is going to be the new hot ticket, and you guys just don't know it yet. Yeah, you're flying D wings, but you don't need them. I think the Alpina 4 is. I'm just going to keep up with you guys.
Is that your first light wing, or have you flown a light wing before?
No, I've been flying the Alpina 2 since the NAM War. Yeah,
Alpina dos.
Yeah, for life. I was going to fly it for life, but it got damaged in battle. Yeah,
that's what light wings do.
Yeah, sad story.
Robert, what happened?
I tried to get Chris. Story? I tried to get Chris to fix it, and he won't do it.
Because it's not fixable, man.
I bought some tape. I'm gonna fix it. You guys just don't know.
All right, sounds good.
I'm still gonna fly it. I'm gonna wait for Chris, and I'm gonna fly it. He's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
All right, I'm officially saying on the internet, I'm not fixing your wing, but it's flyable.
He hasn't even looked at it. It's all hearsay. You guys didn't even know Chris was there. Chris, why don't you log on? You've got your own invite code. Such a hater. He's always lurking in the shadows. I'll do something wrong on launch and he'll pop out of the bushes. He'll be like, make sure you fill out an incident report. I'm like, you're not even flying. What are you doing here?
He's all knowing, all watching,
Chris.
buddy.
I'm serious. Chris is he's a really good guy to have in your pocket because he used to fix wings literally for a living, not paragliders so much, but kite surfing wings. I think his dad ran a shop or something like that. So he's got a bunch of wing knowledge, how to repair. So I'm like, hey, can you repair my wing? He's like, no. He didn't even look at it. He's like, no.
That knowledge you just talked about, Robert.
What's that?
Maybe that's from all that knowledge you just talked about.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Sometimes you just have to think for yourself sometimes. Don't just go with the flow.
No flow.
Like getting a pink wing that you think's red.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Dude,
did you buy it from Ozone?
I can't tell you where I bought it, but I can tell you that I bought it with the intention of getting a red wing.
Light red.
When is
not
that
pink, it's light red.
up, dude?
Yeah.
Hey.
Salmon.
Well, I'm just thinking if they haven't shipped it yet, you might be able to say, hey, I made a mistake. I thought that, this color was going to look like this, and I saw that it would come out this way. I would prefer this color
I could
instead.
show you my text messages, and I was instantly denied with a firm no.
Oh, well, then you know what? Rock it out with the pink wing. You put Paragliding Talk as big as you can. Listen, there's no such thing as bad advertisement. I'm telling you right now, pink wing, that is nothing but solid, good stuff right there. You have every chick on the planet going, yeah,
no, it's what I get.
Talk.
It's what I get for making fun of Wolverine.
I'm telling
Paraglidingpink.com.
It's judgment.
Yeah.
Robert, when does that pink thing show up? When are you getting it?
4th of July.
I tell you what, I would fly it if you put Paragliding Talk really big on it. I'd fly it out here. I'd get video all over the
I'll sell it to you, Sean. You're the perfect weight for it too.
I'd fly it around. Absolutely. I'd rock it out.
By the way, I have to mention what?
I got to say, my pink wing has flown some decent XCs here, so pink wings don't suck all the way. But
no, I bet you they seen you a mile away too.
I don't have anything bad to say about your wing.
But that way you just have to fly with me now, so that you'll see my pink wing with the white underside, and they'll be like, well, that one's clearly red. That one's.
Oh gosh, they're gonna
there
be
it
like,
is.
Who are the two girls that are flying together over there?
You're like, oh, that's just Wolverine. Wolverine and Robert.
Wolverine and Robert.
Didn't you know it's not red anymore, Robert? It's safety red, so you can always be seen in the air.
I like that. That's exactly why I chose. And that's a good topic, by the way. Don't pick a wing that's going to match the terrain.
Yeah.
Because
pink will not.
When we're looking for you, it's super hard to find you. I want to be found. I got a red wing because I'm usually below everyone, and I want them to be able to see if I'm landing out and my radio doesn't work, my phone doesn't have reception down there at that park.
I can tell you, Robert, I got an RC plane that I painted the bottom underside of the wings pink. No, I'm dead serious, because when you fly it so high, you can't tell if it's right side up or upside down. But if you paint the bottom of the wings pink, you can absolutely tell because it's pink or it's solid white, you know, and it's no different than a paraglider. You'll be able to see you miles away. Like, oh, look, there's pink in the sky. That never happens.
A
you know, blue
non-natural
wing,
color.
green, yeah, leaves. You're used to seeing leaves fly in the air, no big deal. You know, bushes, tumbleweed, yada yada, browns, you know, greens, blues. But you see pink, you're undeniable. It's like, what is that pink thing way out there? I'm telling you, you stand out like a sore
Nick
thumb.
Hawks and I, we went up to Utah to do the search with Kiwi.
Oh yeah,
and we were looking for his wing, which was white, and it was amazing how much white was in the desert. We learned after the fact that we flew over him twice and never saw it.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. You guys were right there, huh?
We were in that sector.
Wow.
It got flown over
pink,
more than.
But had it been pink, you stood out a little bit more.
It would have stood out a lot more. Yep.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Don't be afraid of your pink wing.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I want to be clear that I should be the only one in San Diego.
Demet.
What's that one lady?
Don't worry, I'm going to sell it, Amber.
Demet.
Yeah.
That lady at Tori's got that pink bug.
Yeah, she does. It's
Swear jar.
What?
Swear jar.
I like it.
Wait, did somebody cuss?
Tony just said the D word.
No, that's her name.
Yeah, no, that's the lady's name, you nut. I see what you're trying to do there.
Ooh, that was good. Well played.
Good one. It was a nice try. But she has one. But see, the problem with Robert is once his wing goes in the dirt, it's going to be the color of blossom and it'll never be seen again.
Do you remember how dirty Isaac's wing was?
Oh, that was
I mean, not Isaac. Ivan. Yeah, Ivan.
Yeah.
Do you remember his first? What was he flying? A Delta 2?
He was
Delta 3.
Delta 3.
The black
first
and white
one I've ever seen him on was a tequila Skywalk years ago, and man, that thing, he literally found a dead lizard in it.
That's awesome.
I was there. He's like, dude, no wonder my wings stunk. He got that thing out of there.
It smelled like death.
Oh, it was horrible. It smelled like Art's freaking air conditioner on his car when that mouse died in it.
Oh, yeah. That used to happen in Arizona all the time. Mice in there. By the way, this show is brought to you by Lone Star Paramotor. If you're in the Lone Star state of Texas, you can reach out to Ron Turan and his team for world-class training. The website is lonestarparamotor.com, and you can get some good training there. Serious. Those guys are awesome, actually. Also, the show is brought to you by Torrey Pines Glider Port. You guys know that? Torrey Pines Glider Port.
I do now.
If you want to learn how to free fly in the most beautiful place in the United States, reach out to Max Marion or any one of the guys at flytorrey.com. Fly Torrey, that's FLYTORREY.com. Yankee Paramotor in the chat just a second ago, actually about halfway into the show, he asked, Local Chaos, quote, crew ever get together for non-flying events like a barbecue? And the answer is yes. Not very often. You know what we need to do? Remember that day we brought the barbecue grill up to the bailout?
Oh, yeah, when Art brought all his liquor up there?
We had our own fly-in.
Oh,
that was
like
rad.
The one guy brought a pizza stone.
Oh yeah, Josh.
Like a propane pizza oven. Josh brought one.
That was pretty rad. I think we need to roll that back again.
Steve Rabbi just started a group up on creating a fly-in for us in the near future.
Really? Good.
Yeah.
We need
He already
one, man.
put the kibosh on Blossom, by the way.
Who did?
Rohrbaugh.
Oh, to have a fly in there?
Yeah, I suggested bail out, and he's like, yeah, no.
What I'm talking about having our own fly-in.
All right.
Like a real fly-in where we do it.
Where we do it.
This doesn't want SD to be like involved with official events there. I kind of get it.
Oh, I don't blame them because we literally are Poaching.
Yeah. We are
Just
the
some random
stepchildren.
person's backyard, and we're literally showing up there and making T-shirts. We're like, "What's up?" It's just,
Oh my
it's
God.
just the best backyard ever. We
You're
didn't even
like,
know
thanks
the
for sharing
guy.
it with us, bro.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. We just
Yeah.
literally
Dude,
show up
Were
every
you guys
day.
out there that day that Roosman was out there in standard Cussman form, and he was about 50 feet over that guy's house, and he was just cussing up a storm, screaming and yelling at his wing. He was on that leopard that
No.
he hated. Dude, he was yelling and screaming and carrying on and just dropping a bunch of cuss words. And that dude was out in his backyard like almost like he was used to it.
Yeah.
But I finally got on the radio. I'm like, yo, Phil, could you take that act somewhere else? This guy looks like he's getting a little flustered in his backyard down here, man.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was funny. That guy's pretty tolerant, dude.
My
That
wife
dude lives right below the bailout.
My wife just volunteered to cook at that fly-in.
No way.
Yep.
Done.
It's in the chat. Look, screenshot that, Brad. Don't let that get away.
I am in the chat and I don't see it.
Yeah, she said, Rob Michaels, let's do a barbecue at Blossom. I'll cook.
Hold on,
Mm.
all I see is ha 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 ha.
Oh, you're way behind.
I know. Oh wait.
It'll
Wait.
catch up. Yes. Absolutely amazing. That flying was pretty fun, but the only problem was it was not a good day to fly. And I ended up landing in the Grove that day. And there was like 3 of us that had to hike. So by the time I got up there, I wasn't even hungry. I was just wanted to like go take a shower and go to bed and sell my wing and buy a mountain bike.
Now you got my attention.
Do not tease him.
That's what Brad did, except he didn't sell his wing.
Sell your mountain bike and get a motor, Tony. Come on.
That's what I've been saying to Tony.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wait,
I bet you Tony's got 4 mountain bikes in his garage, and they're all his name.
How many do you have, Tony?
I've got 3.
and those are $5,000-$6,000 bikes, man. Guaranteed.
Yeah, and not only that, he's probably got enough parts to make another one at any given time.
No, that'd be Steve. I wish that was me.
Yeah, Steve Arena.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get Ambone on the MTB program, ain't that right, Amber? Amber's ready to go ripit.com.
Don't do it, Amber.
I
definitely not selling the wing.
He's afraid that, of course you're not selling the wing, silly. Robert's just afraid that he's gonna, the more people that get into the MTB racket, he's gonna feel more and more heat to do it himself.
Bikes are for people that got DUIs and don't have a driver's license.
How dare you tell everybody that on this chat about me?
Yeah. I mean, who rides a bike? Although they do have motorized ones, and that kind of piqued my interest.
I have one, and it's amazing.
Oh,
EAS.
Aaron says that I have to show
electronic assist, something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they just refer to them as e-bikes, only in the mountain bike world anyway. But it's either that or self shuttles.
Are they saying that's cheating?
Yeah, that's if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. I am here to tell you.
Hey, can you guys see this on the small screen here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My wife reminded me to share that.
Doesn't that look like the same girl in the photo? Like the
It is
girl
the
that's
same
looking
girl.
back. It's the same one, right?
It has to be.
It's the same girl.
It has to be. Here, I'll bring it back.
That's funny. So you know what that says? It just says that, mountain biking and paragliding are equal forces in my life, Roberto.
I understand that. But if it's flyable, we need to go flying. And there's
absolutely, 100%.
far too many times that you go riding that bike when it's flyable.
I think I get it. You know what I think it is? I think he's so used to his pre-ride that he gets his bike rack on the back of his car. He gets his bike ready on the bike rack. He's checking the weather. Everything looks good for biking. He goes out. He gets to the park. He checks the weather. Oh, it would have been perfect for paragliding, but he's got the bike out. Oh, now what's he going to do? Is he going to put the bike back on the rack and drive all the way back home? Absolutely not. He's on a mission. So he's got to finish
Dude.
taking his bike ride, you know? Yeah, I get
Might be
it.
onto something.
My
Sometimes
dad-
you might be onto something actually. Yeah, 'cause sometimes
Sean, hold on, guys. I gotta admit something. Tony made me come pick him up for lunch today because his bike was already on his truck. So just letting you know.
Well, you know why that was though? Because I had to have that thing preloaded, ready to go, so I could leave work, sneak out of work a half an hour early, so I could get a quick ride in and come back for this show.
And you did it.
And I did it.
And there's no way he would have done that if he had had a paraglider, because he would have still been flying right now.
I'd still be in the air right this minute.
Oh,
So he'd be broadcasting live in the air.
Oh yeah, remember that? I actually was able to do that once.
I mean, bicycling is not my thing, Tony, but I get the pre-ride and the, you know, just like the pre-flight and
Yeah, you get the logistics and the whole for sure.
It's not my gig. I like to fly. I like to, you know, kite and ground handle my gliders a lot. That's my thing. But you know, if you're into bicycling and you still fly and stuff, hey, awesome. Have at it, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, I fly on the bike sometimes more than the paraglider.
Oh my gosh.
You with no hands? You're like this? When
I can confirm that.
Steering, you know?
Just like that.
I have to, before we go to the after show, I have to mention Resurgence PPG. If you are interested in supporting our men and women of uniform, you can make a tax-deductible donation to resurgenceppg.com. That's the website. And by donating, you're sponsoring those who put their lives on the line for our freedom. Reach out to Todd Scandrett at resurgenceppg.com if you have any questions. And I'm telling you, it's a great cause. Super cool. And they're a sponsor of the show. So awesome. We're going to go to the after show. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you guys are in the chat and you've been watching, normally I would say you're welcome, but I feel like we just literally had the hangout session that we have after we fly every week at Blossom. So by the way, this is a public service announcement. If you do come to Southern California and you're going to fly Blossom, bring a helmet. Write that down. I've literally had 2 different people show up and fly Blossom without helmets, and then I get all kinds of flack, and they're like, oh, they know you from YouTube and they don't have helmets, they don't have a rating. And I'm like, no, look,
you're definitely the reason that place got blown up, no question. Thanks, man.
You are welcome.
It used to be so chill out there.
You sent everybody else down there except for
hold
me?
on a second. When you say chill, you mean like you and another person were flying there, and now there's like 5 people there. That means you get to fly with someone pretty much every time you go.
5 people, try 15 to 20.
I can go there. I can go there anytime and someone will be there. I love that.
It was true.
I agree.
Bike trails looking up, couldn't see you guys over at the cat.
It's usually Otmar hiding in the bushes, ready to jump out at you.
Lurking.
Yeah.
Did you check your reserve handles? Did you check your pins?
That's all that's in there.
Leave me alone, Otmar. No, Otmar and I learned together pretty much. He had like maybe a 6 months head start on me, and I was like breaking all kinds of rules. So Otmar probably saved my life. I'm serious. There was a lot of times where I was breaking rules, and he's like, "What are you doing?" Like,
See,
whatever I want. I learned this on YouTube. Bad decisions.
Don't learn
People
on the
make bad
YouTube,
decisions.
kids. You'll get famous.
YouTube left out a few things.
YouTube forgot a few things. Anyways, we're going to go to the after show. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Everybody who's been in the chat, you guys are amazing, and you make the show. If you want to support the show on Patreon or PayPal, you can do that. Follow the links in the description. By contributing to the show, you might learn something that can save your life, or it might be just that you don't even watch the show, but you support the show anyways because it's a good cause, and it's good juju. You know what I'm saying? Invest in the sport. It's a good idea. Or just be selfish and buy yourself stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Everybody's their own thing. All right.
Paraglidingpink.com.
Yeah, I'm going to have to change the website as soon as my wing gets here.
Paragliding Pink.
It's harassment. If you want to join the after show, put your email in the chat. We'll send out those invites. Thanks for watching. If I want to see you guys in the air, I'll see you on the air. Thanks for watching.